Welcome to Japanese Made Easy, where we use advanced techniques like pattern recognition and contextual learning so you can quickly and easily start speaking Japanese.
This is Greg. Welcome to episode 9 of Japanese Made Easy. Let's quickly learn how to talk about languages while getting in some review. First, a new word. Just listen.
英語 英語
It's the word for a common language, but I don't want to get into which one just yet. We'll come back to it later in the lesson. First, listen and start to participate when you think you have the idea. When I went to
フランス
I heard a lot of people speaking.
フランス語
When I went to
ロシア
pretty much everybody was speaking.
ロシア語
When I went to Mexico, everybody was speaking.
スペイン語
Did I catch you off guard with that one? Probably, but see how your brain automatically picked up the pattern and tried to apply it? Let's adjust for that one. The people in Mexico and in Spain primarily spoke.
スペイン語
Osaka is located in.
日本日本
So Japanese people, or
日本人
speak what language?
日本語
The language we are learning in this podcast is what?
日本語
And the word we heard at the beginning, the most common language spoken in Canada and the United States is?
英語
And what language am I speaking right now?
英語
When you hear a country name, you say the primary language that they speak.
オーストラリア
And the language?
英語
ニュージーランド英語
日本日本語
For the next one, using and, tell me two languages.
カナダ英語とフランス語
英語とフランス語
What one language is common in?
スペインとメキシコスペイン語
Which is, of course, just Spanish.
ロシア人
Speak what language?
ロシア語
What language am I speaking right now?
英語
How about across the Atlantic in?
イギリスイギリス
You know, James Bond is from.
イギリス
When I think of
イギリス
Big Ben and those red double-decker buses come to mind. What's the widely spoken language in?
イギリス
英語
Somebody asks what languages you can speak. Tell them English and Japanese.
英語と日本語
Let's get a new word. Repeat after our native speaker.
今今
As always, let's get the meaning from context. I overheard an angry customer say to an employee, "I demand to see your manager right."
今
When do you want to leave?
今
Or later? Better make a decision. It's
今
or never. So in English we say now. In Japanese they say.
今
In the following example sentences, make a mental note of where
今
occurs in the sentence. For example, in the front, in the middle, or the end. In a Starbucks, a woman sitting at the table next to me called somebody on her phone. Seems they were supposed to meet, and the woman has been waiting. I heard her ask,
今どこ
Can you guess what she's asking? One more time.
今どこ?
Hold on to that thought for a second and let's continue. Seems the person on the other end didn't really hear the question. So the lady asks again, saying,
今どこにいる? 今どこにいる?
So we're hearing ni used for the first time in a different situation. But this is precisely why SLT is important. Let's break it down and watch how easy this is now.
今どこにいる?
Now, doko is where. Then we have ni is the target location of the following action word or verb. And iru from our ga aru ga iru pattern was exist or existing. So that's now, where is the target location of exist. The you in the sentence is implied since we were asking the person directly. In semi-natural English, this could translate as, now, where are you? More naturally, where are you right now? Okay, so you are on the phone. Ask somebody where they are right now. Literally, now, where, target location, exist.
今どこにいる?
How about the short version with you being implied? Just now where?
今どこ?
So we asked somebody where they are. How would we follow up with who they're with? Literally asking who with?
誰と?
Before moving on, let's learn a quick new cognate, a place where we can go shopping.
デパートデパート
I mentioned that cognates are often shortened in Japanese, so can you guess what this is the short version of if it were English? In the US, I think most people have heard of the
デパート
called Macy's in New York City. Imagine a mom decides to give her daughter a call. Using ni, how would mom ask, where are you right now?
今どこにいる?
And the daughter answers,
今デパートにいるよ
now, department store ni exist. And we heard yo at the end, which gives the feeling that the information was likely not known to the listener. Let's get another word that works well with this construction.
レストランレストラン
Do you want to stay home tonight for dinner or go out to a restaurant? Remember, the time word goes at the beginning. Try saying, I'm at a restaurant right now.
今レストランにいるよ
How would you say, I went to a restaurant?
レストランに行ったよ
These days, we can talk to people all over the world on our phones through various messaging apps in audio and video. So Kenji is in downtown Osaka on a Saturday and feels like going to karaoke. He contacts various friends on his list. First is his close female friend Mayumi. Just listen, no need to repeat.
まゆみちゃん今どこ?
今正春とスペインにいるよ
え今スペイン正春と
そう
まゆみちゃん今どこ?
今
She questions, as in, now? Then she continues.
今正春とスペインにいるよ
Now, Masaharu to, or Masaharu with, Spain ni exist, yo. Now I'm in Spain. I'm in Spain right now. Yo on the end, giving the feeling that this information is possibly new or will change his perspective a bit. Kenji wasn't expecting that answer and says,
え今スペイン?
This is just a sound like, huh? As he's surprised to hear that she just happens to be in Spain. Then,
今スペイン?
now, Spain? But again, things are often dropped and implied in Japanese, so in natural English, this would be, you're in Spain right now? Then we had
正春と
with Masaharu, and she says,
そ
so is a casual affirmative, like saying, that's right, or yep. Here's the dialogue again without my comments.
まゆみちゃん、今どこ
う。今、正春とスペインにいるよ。
え今スペイン正春と
そ
And with that, Mayumi is off having fun in Spain, and Kenji, well, anyway, let's take a break.
And now here's your tip of the day from Japanese Made Easy.
Here's a universal fact worth noting about languages. Short words tend to have many meanings. Long words tend to have just one. And the reason is simple. Languages only have so many short words to go around, so they have to use them for lots of situations. Take the word on in English, as in, is the TV on? So on means currently operating. Are the lights on? Are the lights currently operating? Yet if I say the book is on the table, on has a very different meaning. The book is currently operating the table? No, the book is located upon the table. Yet when we say I'm on the train to Boston right now, do you really mean you're located upon? No, you actually mean that you're riding inside of the train. If I say to a friend, hey, are we still on for Friday? This version is like, is our previously made agreement to meet still in effect? Nowhere near any of the other three meanings. I could go on and on about on. The takeaway here is that little words often have lots of meanings, so don't fix just one in your head. Particles aren't words per se, but they fall under the same idea. I'll run through a few examples to highlight how this applies to ni. In English, we might say write on the paper. In Japanese, it would be like this: paper ni write. The paper is the target location of the action word to write. The bank ni go. The bank is the target location of the action word to go. In English, this would be go to the bank. Talking about a train, Kyoto Station ni stopped. Kyoto Station is the target location of the action word to stop. In English, we'd say stopped at Kyoto Station. So in those three examples, ni would have been translated as on the paper, to the bank, and at the station. This is why you don't want to think of ni as having one meaning, and instead think in terms of the pattern or the superliteral translation, or SLT, which in this situation was, is the target location of the following action word. Okay, let's do a little bit of a workout with each line from the dialogue. We'll practice placing various parts where applicable, so imagine it's a voice call. Ask your close female friend named Keiko where she is right now.
けいこちゃん、今どこ
How would she answer, I'm at the department store right now?
今、デパートにいるよ。
Same thing, but at the convenience store.
今、コンビニにいるよ。
At a restaurant.
今、レストランにいるよ。
I'm in the UK.
今、イギリスにいるよ。
See how we changed it from at to in, but the particle is still ni, or target location? Reply, huh? The UK?
えイギリス
Say, I'm in Sapporo right now.
今、札幌にいるよ。
That's unexpected. Say, huh? Sapporo?
え札幌
You text your Japanese friend who is living in,
オーストラリア、
you ask,
今どこ
how would she reply, Japan, target location, exist?
日本にいるよ。
That's surprising. You say, huh? Japan?
え日本
She gives an affirmative confirmation, like, yeah, that's right.
そう、
How do you change the word for the country
フランス、
to the word for the language?
フランス語、
How would you tell a friend, I went to England?
イギリスに行った。
How would you say, huh? You went to England?
え、イギリスに行ったの？
Again, this was our casual question with no that gives the feeling of expecting a bit more or an explanation than just a yes or no answer. Actually, he also went to the birthplace of pasta and pizza.
イタリア、イタリア、
In polite Japanese, try saying, I'm going to Italy.
イタリアに行きます。
How would you say Italian, speaking of the language?
イタリア語、
How would you change that to a person from Italy or the nationality?
イタリア人、
Recalling our word for now,
今、
how would you tell a person, I'm in Italy right now?
今、イタリアにいるよ。
Did you remember to put now at the beginning of the sentence? Same idea, but change it to polite Japanese and change the country to Japan. Tell a person, I'm in Japan.
今、日本にいますよ。
And finally, in
日本語、
what's the word for the English language?
英語、
So, how did you do with all of those? I probably sound like a broken record, but it needs to be said. If you got most of those, and if you're following along pretty well with all of this, then you are doing awesome. As I always say, Japanese can be hard, but it doesn't have to be. It just comes down to the techniques that are used. Anyway, be sure to visit JapaneseMadeEasy.com for the downloads, and keep the questions and comment emails coming.
This has been another episode of Japanese Made Easy. For additional practice audios and downloads, visit JapaneseMadeEasy.com.